grip. I did 5 sets in the back, 5 sets in the front. But then I remember Frank Zane said, if you want to get the intercostals and the serratus, you got to do close grip chin-ups.
Arnold Schwarzenegger won the title of Mr. Olympia 7 times, and it's no joke that he is considered one of the pioneers of old-school bodybuilding. He didn't train to look human, he trained for something more. People see the movies and think it was all for show, but they forget that Arnold's routine was pure pain, obsession, and a desire to be the best. In this video, we're breaking down the 5 secrets that made Arnold Schwarzenegger more jacked than 90% of men out there, and how you can copy them to become shredded in no time. But before diving deep into what made Arnold the Terminator, here's a daring question for you. How many days would you last on Arnold's savage routine? Comment below your answer. To understand Arnold's savage workout routine, we have to first understand where he came from. Arnold's journey started from the Austrian army, where he neither had the time nor the equipment to work out. So how did he become a beast?
There was in the Austrian army, and I remember we were on maneuver, and at night, around 7 o'clock at night, when it got dark, I then went and opened up this compartment in my tank where you have the tools in case your tank breaks down. But I didn't have tools in there. I gave the tools to some other tank driver, and I had my collapsible kind of bench, the bar in there, and I started working out. And we all were working out like 2 hours before we went to sleep at night. So we were training, and then we were eating, and then we went to sleep. And the next morning we got up at 5 o'clock again to continue on with the maneuver.
He said it himself, he already had the passion. So let's look at the science now. Which brings us to the first secret in Arnold's routine, the double split. While most bodybuilders trained once a day, Arnold went all in with his legendary double split routine. Before Arnold Schwarzenegger became the Terminator, he trained like one. His entire life revolved around a system of brutal discipline that only a few could endure. He trained morning and evening, 6 relentless days a week. Sundays were not rest days, they were reload days. Mornings forged his power with heavy compound lifts that built his raw frame, and evenings refined that power with isolation, posing, and precision work. There was no drifting through sessions, no wasted minutes, only purpose, pain, and progress. Arnold believed that greatness belongs to the consistent, not the talented. He approached the gym like a soldier marching into battle. Eat, train, rest, repeat, until the cycle became instinct. He woke with intent, fueled his body like it was a machine, and ended each day empty, never leaving a single rep behind. This wasn't just routine, it was transformation. The iron molded his body, but the discipline forged his mind. He showed up when sore, when he was sick, and even when he was tired. And although many people here might be thinking, working out 2 times a day is too much for any normal human being, and that may be right. He was Mr. Olympia, so you don't need to train like a possessed man, you just have to maintain consistency, even if it's just 30 minutes of exercise a day. Arnold's entire day revolved around the pursuit of physical perfection, and it showed in his imposing physique. His mindset was simple. You outwork everyone or you get left behind. His day revolved around the iron. Even when he did construction work, he still used to work out in the gym. Now, moving past the double split routine, there was one secret combination in Arnold Schwarzenegger's training that separated him from every other bodybuilder alive: the chest and back combination.
The 3 exercises for chest I have always done is bench press, incline press, and then flies. Those are the kind of exercises to me, you could not replace them with any machine.
Arnold didn't build his chest with machines or cables, he built it with unforgiving iron. His 3 favorite chest exercises were all heavy, brutal free weight staples that forced the entire upper body to grow. But the real genius wasn't just in the exercises, it was in the method. While most lifters trained one muscle at a time, Arnold paired opposites, creating a vicious balance between pushing and pulling. He would explode from heavy bench presses straight into wide grip pull-ups, from barbell rows into deep dumbbell flies, from incline presses into bent-over rows. No rest, no hesitation. Just non-stop tension, non-stop blood flow, and non-stop growth.
Grip. I did 5 sets in the back, 5 sets in the front. But then I remember Frank Zane said if you want to get the intercostals and the serratus, you got to do close grip chin-ups.
This was Arnold's secret weapon, antagonistic training, pushing the chest and pulling with the back in a relentless superset rhythm. The moment his chest stretched, his back snapped into contraction, creating a constant tug-of-war that flooded his entire upper body with blood. It wasn't just about getting big, it was about creating balance, depth, and a physique that looked engineered, not just built. While most lifters caught their breath between sets, Arnold surged forward. He believed that pairing opposing muscles created symmetry and raw power far faster than slow, isolated work. His mission wasn't size alone, it was completeness, a chest that looked almost unreal, a back that flared like wings, structure and proportion fused into one. Watching him train felt like watching an artist carve himself in real time. Every press stacked on thickness, every row added width and detail. His chest became round and separated, while his back transformed into a sweeping landscape of muscle. The chest and back routine wasn't simply exercise, it was an assault, a performance, a form of physical artistry. It taught his body to move as a unified machine, pushing and pulling with equal savagery. Each session was like sculpting granite with flame, and every rep brought him one step closer to the mythic silhouette that dominated Olympia stages and Hollywood screens alike. After building a chest and back that looked carved from stone, Arnold turned his attention to his legs. And that brings us to the third secret in his routine, leg day. In the early days, Arnold's legs lagged behind his upper body, and critics noticed. That weakness became his obsession. He refused to let any part of his physique fall short of perfection. Arnold's solution to weak legs was just a few simple exercises: squats, lunges, leg extensions, leg curls, and endless calf raises. He trained legs 3 times a week till the point of failure. He always said that real power started from the ground up, repeating the belief that if your foundation was weak, the rest of your body would never reach its true potential. The barbell became his battlefield. Every rep under heavy weight was a fight between mind and muscle. He would lunge across the gym floor with shaking steps, then hammer calf raises until the burn forced him to grip the wall for balance. He trained until walking was a luxury, and that level of suffering was exactly what he demanded. This relentless approach didn't just build size, it created power, stability, and proportions that made his upper body look even more colossal. His quads hardened into slabs, his calves became engines, and his legs built the base of the legendary silhouette people still admire today. What began as his weakest point became one of his proudest strengths, proving that true greatness isn't found in polishing what you're good at, but in conquering what once held you back. After forging his legs into iron pillars, Arnold turned his attention to the part of his body that made him the Terminator, his arms. That brings us to the fourth secret, which is arm workout. His arms weren't just strong, they were sculpted monuments to discipline, the kind of physique that instantly defined what power should look like. Every peak represented years of controlled suffering and laser-focused effort. Arnold didn't just build arms, he engineered them. His bicep training followed the timeless foundations: barbell curls to pack on mass, concentration curls to isolate and refine every contour, and incline dumbbell curls to stretch the muscle deeper than most could tolerate. For triceps, he turned to skull crushers, cable pushdowns, and dips, attacking the 3 heads with precision so they could match the size and dominance of his biceps. But the exercises themselves weren't the secret. The magic was in the execution. Arnold mastered the mind-muscle connection. He could command a muscle to fire, squeeze, and burn exactly the way he wanted. Every rep was intentional, slow enough to feel the weight, controlled enough to force growth. He wasn't chasing ego lifts or big numbers, he was chasing perfection. He trained until his arms felt ready to burst, until the pump made his skin feel paper-thin and the veins looked ready to climb out of his body. He didn't just want big arms, he wanted arms that looked alive, symmetrical, and explosive. Arms that didn't just hang, but spoke loudly about the work that built them. And after training arms, you would think that Arnold would be done by now, except he wasn't. He turned his attention to some detail work. That brings us to the fifth secret behind his routine: fine-tuning.
There will be regular ab training that we did for abs, which is just leg raises with straight legs, leg raises with bent knees, sit-ups, Roman.
He said it himself. He would use sit-ups, crunches, and leg raises to develop those ripped abs. This was where raw power blended with artistry. Every angle was shaped with intention to create balance and visual impact. His abs served as the hidden engine of his physique, the source of stability and definition. Arnold pushed through as many as 500 sit-ups a day, mixing in leg raises and crunches until his core burned beyond comfort. He wasn't chasing a simple six-pack, he was building the endurance and control that held his entire body together. His shoulder work carried the same level of purpose. He relied on heavy compound movements that demanded strength and precision. The military press built towering overhead power, while lateral raises crafted the width that made his upper body look impossibly broad. Upright rows added density to his traps, giving him that unmistakable armored silhouette. To Arnold, the shoulders were the crown of his upper body, linking his massive chest to his iconic arms. He approached his entire physique the way an artist shapes stone, except his tool was pain and discipline. Each training session refined symmetry, proportion, and detail. He believed aesthetics were the true essence of bodybuilding and that every small muscle played a role in the bigger masterpiece. Arnold knew that strength without refinement meant nothing. The delts, traps, and abs were not accessories, but essential elements that elevated his body from impressive to legendary. While most lifters focused only on what the mirror showed, Arnold trained the parts that made the mirror admire him back. He understood that greatness lives in the details, and those who master them stand above time. So, which is your favorite Arnold exercise? Comment below your thoughts and do let us know if you found this information helpful. Check out more content in the playlist and subscribe for more.